Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl TheOfficialBri and I'm back on another video. And today I'll be telling you a story time on when my mother bashed my head into the store. Yeah. It's exactly what I said. Exactly what she did. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And leave a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next. I'm pretty sure y'all will be getting this video after my birthday. But make sure y'all comment down below happy birthday to me. And subscribe as a birthday gift to me. I thank you. So me and my mother never had a good relationship. Like we never had a good relationship like that. Like we were cool one minute, next minute something will go left and whatever. So if you like that with your parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't take that much for the relationship to drown. And that was me and her relationship. Like, she would not be the first person I run to if there was something to happen. Financially, yes, she was very much there, like present. But emotionally, definitely not. So, like, she was very much absent when it comes to emotional. And that's probably how she like was raised or whatever. So I have every right to be upset about it, but I'm not upset about it anymore because at the end of the day, it happened. There's nothing I could change about that. But yeah, so me and her, we had an off and on relationship. One minute we were cool, one minute we weren't. And she had like, I'm not gonna say too much of her business, but there was something going on in her life that she needed to do something to financially help her. So we decided to take a road trip all the way down to Massachusetts, Boston. And while we decided, we was coming up with a plan that we was going to go take the trip. And me, on the other hand, I'm mad excited because I never took a road trip. Like, this is my first ever road trip. And I'm like, ooh, like, we out of the house, like, yada, yada. Like, I was just so excited. But keep that in mind, a few months ago, before we decided to take the road trip, I caught my very, very first period. Like, I never had a period a day in my life. So that means I was, like, around, like, sixth grade, 7th grade. But I very much think that was the 6th grade. So I'm like, new to this period thing, like having a pad, having to wear a pad, having to be in pain, cramping and all that. You know how it is. So me, on the other hand, I have high pain tolerance, but I know how to like deal with my pain, like very much deal with my pain. But when I do deal with my pain, I don't want to be talking to nobody. I don't want to be dealing with nobody. I just want to be in my own zone. And I have every right to be by myself and tolerate my pain. Once you know what I'm going through, a woman to woman, you should know, like, please give me my space. Like, right now, I'm dealing with my body and my emotions everywhere around the place. Please. So I think she, like, I don't know, to her, she really, like, this is the first time I'm ever, like, for real getting my period like that. Like, so to her, she didn't really know what I was going through, but come to find out that my pain with my period was, like, stronger than anybody else. Like, when I tell you my cramps was coming like, baby. But so boom, we decided to create a trip down there. And that was like I would say my 3rd month of actually getting a period, right? And I was in the back seat just chilling. Like, when I tell you, like, I was sleeping nonstop. Like, I was barely talking to anyone. If I was not on my phone, I was asleep. So it was me, my mom, and my mom's friend. I'm gonna call him Little, because back then I used to make fun of him because he was very short. Like, he was very short. You know, like the little people's on the show, like Atlanta show, the little people show. Yeah, he was like that. And I used to make fun of him for that, but there's no shade against that. But that's what he was. So we're gonna call him Little. So it was me, my mom, and Little. And we was in a car. We was taking my mom's car all the way over there. And we was gonna end up meeting my uncle while we get, like, we was heading to my uncle's house. So when we get there, we was gonna see my uncle, obviously. And keep that in mind that me and my uncle, we had a good relationship when he did live in New York. But since he up and left and went to Massachusetts, our relationship didn't really have too much of a way to contact each other because I was barely having an electronic device when I was a kid. So, yeah. So, but he was my favorite uncle because that's the only uncle that I really know, like, grew up with type thing. My other uncle, I don't really talk to him, but he also has kids too that I don't talk to. Like, my cousins over there, I don't even talk to. I don't even know them like that. So the only people that I know is really my mom, my auntie, and my uncle that I went down there to see. So keep that in mind that he used to, that man used to spoil me. Like, when he used to come down there, not spoil me, but, like, you know, we used to go to, like, different stores, like 99-cent store. He used to get anything that I want. Like, if I wanted some headphones, he would get it from me. Like, I remember that was the last thing I got from him, I think. Yeah, I think it was some headphones that he got me. But God bless his soul. He's now deceased. And this is, like, my last story that I have with me and him. Like, the last time I saw him, the last time I said anything to him, that was the last time I spoke to him, period. So, it's kind of like, this is kind of like a touchy subject because I hate that it ended off this way, but at the end of the day, I can't predict the future. Like, I can't predict somebody's death. I can't predict none of that. But, my mom and Little were taking turns. They were taking turns driving to Massachusetts. So, because we traveled at night, and, you know, at night, it'd be, like, so dark and stuff, and people would be getting tired real quick, so they had to, like, keep on switching or whatever. But we did keep on stopping for, like, different stuff, like food, if I needed to change my pad and all that. So, boom, we got there or whatever. And keep that in mind, it's probably like a 3 to 4 hour drive all the way to Massachusetts, Boston. So I'm really, really cramping up. And as soon as I saw my uncle or whatever, they met up at a spot. And as soon as I saw my uncle, I was like, oh, hi, uncle. And I left it as that, like, hi, uncle. And I left it as that because, baby, I'm getting paid. You think I'm about to sit here and be like, hi, uncle, how you doing? What did you eat today? Like, can I rub your feet? Like, I'm not going to be doing all that. Like, I'm going to be in the back. Hi, uncle. I greeted you. And now I'm back to sleep. Leave me alone. So, he was just, like, talking to my mother, having a conversation with my mother or whatever. And he's like, oh, what's up with her? Like, why she's not talking to me? Why she didn't greet me properly? Like, I guess he felt some type of way that I only said hi and didn't kiss him on the cheek. But, like, who are you? You're not my father. Like, and even with my father, I wouldn't even be kissing him on the cheek. Let alone, I know that it's a sign of respect in my nationality. Like, knowing that I'm Haitian, it's a sign of respect to kiss somebody on the cheek. But I feel like you shouldn't be forcing your kid to kiss anybody on the cheek. Like, I don't know if it's just because I was born in the United States and they was born in Haiti, but if I don't want to, I should have every right to not kiss you on the cheek. But I didn't know it was that big of a deal if I didn't kiss him on the cheek. That's what I feel like caught me off guard, because back then I didn't always kiss him on the cheek. So now all of a sudden, since I haven't seen him in like years, I'm supposed to all of a sudden just hey, let me kiss you on the cheeks since I haven't seen you in years. Boy, if I'm in pain, I'm not doing that. So I'm like, okay. I guess he felt some type of way. He told my mother that, but he didn't really tell me that because, or probably I wasn't paying attention. But so, he was like, oh, I'm not riding with him because I guess he wanted to spend some time with me. But he had bad clothes in that back seat. So where did you expect me to ride with you at? But okay. So they drove and met him at his apartment, like his building or whatever, and we outside of his building waiting for him to, park and get out. So as soon as he parked and get out, and we stood in front of the building, like he did not want me to come in. And he told me himself, like he turned around and told me, like, yo, you're not coming in. I'm like, why am I not coming in? And he's just like, oh, because you didn't kiss me on my cheek. Me, my mom, and Little just stood there like, you dead ass. And like we stood there for a good 30 minutes. And, like, so then my mom was just like, go kiss him on the cheek. Like, go kiss him on the cheek. So knowing me, my little short ass, I'm short and skinny at the top. And I'm still short now, but I'm only 5'3", y'all. So I'm still short now. But I went to him, and my uncle's like, I would say 5'11", right? I'm going up to him, try to tippy toes and kiss him on the cheek. That boy did not want to put his head down. I was just like, so what the fuck you wanted me to do? Pull you by the neck and like kiss you on your cheek? Like, bro, what? Y'all don't be doing too much. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, adults in my family, not too much, but they do too much. Like, I'm like, like try to kiss him on the cheek because you clearly wanted a kiss so bad. And he did not budge. Like, he did not try to put his head down for me to even get his cheeks or anything. So now I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm just standing there like. And then my mom, I guess, got so fed up. I think she was on her period too. But yeah. So she got so fed up because sometimes we always get our period around the same time. Like, if I'm on my period, most likely she's on her period too. 9 out of 10. So she got so annoyed with me, even though I did not know what the fuck did I do. Like, what did I do wrong personally? I did not know, but I guess it was enough for her to get mad. And she got mad at me, and she grabbed me by my head. Like, well, not my head, but she grabbed me by my hair. Like, I had fresh braids in because she decided to do my hair for me to go all the way down there. So I had fresh braids in, and she grabbed me by my hair, and it was so off guard because I didn't see that shit coming. She grabbed me by my hair, and there was a bakery, like the bakery, and she started hitting my head against the glass, like pow, pow. Like, when I tell you she grabbed me, it was like this, pow, 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 and I'm like, I started crying. As she's doing it, I started crying. Because I was so shocked. And like, she's just hitting my head against the glass. And I'm like, oh my gosh. At the time, I was so skinny. I didn't even know, like, yo, what? I was so skinny. And I'm just like, yo, I was praying for me to just bust through that glass. Like, yo, I was just praying for that glass to break for it to be over with because I was so annoyed. Like, just because you didn't get a kiss from me, nigga, you dead ass? Yo, that was like, nah. Then when she finally stopped, she still made me kiss that dude. Like, when I tell you, she still made me kiss him on the cheek. She still did. And then that's when we was finally able to go upstairs. But I just didn't say nothing. I was just quiet. I wish at the time, something fell in my eye. I wish at the time that the incident took place, I spoke up for myself. But since I was in West Bubble, because y'all already know, since I was in all the way in a place that I don't even know where I'm at, I didn't really speak too much because there's no way I could have went. I couldn't go nowhere. Even if I was to speak up to myself, imagine she just kicked me out, or like blackout would just kick me out, or like imagine she's like, oh, you can't come with me back to New York. Like, you feel me? Like, there was nothing I could have done at the situation. Like, at that situation, personally, I couldn't do anything. But I wish I was more vocal at that time. Like, I eventually became vocal, and I started speaking up for myself. I started speaking against her. Anything that she would have said, I would have spoke up to. At the time, no, but later on the line, I became vocal. Like, I was standing up to everything that I believed in. If I feel like she was wrong, she was wrong. If I feel like anything that I wanted to say about her to her, anything that would hurt her feelings, I would say it. Because at the time when I was a quiet kid and didn't really speak up, you abused that, you used that. And now I'm not the quiet kid no more, so I don't care. But at the time, I wish I really stood up for myself, said something. Like, why would you do that? Like, but I respected her so much that I did not sit there and call everybody in the world and tell them and whatever. But she whipped that shit out of my ass by hitting me. She hit me against that freaking glass, bro. A bakery glass. Oh. So we went upstairs, and she got on the phone with my grandfather. She got on the phone with my grandfather and played it like she was the victim. She started crying. I'm like, how the freak is you crying more than I'm crying? You playing like you just got your head beat against the glass. Oh my gosh. And then I was just like, yo, you play victim so well, you would think that you actually got hurt. I was like, who paid you? Like, you a paid actor or something? Like, you should have been in the movie if you was doing all that. But she called my grandfather, crying on the phone to my grandfather or whatever. And me and my grandfather don't got that much of a good relationship either, because I feel like he believes everything that his kids have to say. Like, we could tell him, us as his grandkids could tell him what the hell that his kids did to us, and he would be like, oh, that's your mother. And I get it, because he was raised in the back then, like, oh, your mother could do anything to you, but it's still your mother, so you gotta respect, you gotta honor her, you gotta do everything. She could whoop your ass, and you still gotta kiss her ass, type thing. And I raised myself to be, oh, baby, there's not a lot that I would take from your ass before I could say ass the fuck out clean. So that's how I was raised, in my head. Nobody raised me for real. That's how I raised myself. Because you're not gonna say, there's not, I would take so much from you until I don't take nothing at all, and I could say ass out clean. So yeah, that's what happened. And she was just like, she was crying, and then she asked me if I wanted to go sleep in the car. Like, she asked me if I wanted to go sleep in the car with her. And I was like, we came all the way down here just to not do nothing for real. Like, so she got mad. We ended up sleeping in the car, and as we like went back to the car or whatever, my uncle came back because, you know, he left his apartment for a few minutes, and he came back and he didn't see us in his apartment, so he went to the car where we was parked at, and he started banging on the door, banging on the window, doing all that, and like asking us why we not sleeping in the apartment with us or with them or whatever. And my mom was just like, nah, we're not sleeping in there, because if my daughter has a headache, I'ma end up you. And like, after she is the one that banged my head against the glass, she had the nerve to say, if my daughter has a headache or any type of pain in her head, I will end up you. Make sense to me. Let it make sense to me. How the hell do you tell somebody that? and you the one that did it. It doesn't make sense to me. That shit don't make no sense at all. So I'm just like in the backseat just crying. And then like she finally went to sleep and I'm still back there crying. Like I'm silent crying. Like nobody knows I'm crying back there. I'm just silent crying. Like I got something over my head and I'm just like bawling out, crying. And I was trying to like calm down, but like bro, like that shit just had my blood boiling. Like she never apologized for it, and that's what effed me up later on to do whatever I did later on, because those things started to build up, or the abuse and the disrespect that I was getting from her. It started to build up to the point that I started resenting her. Like I started to be like a child that did not give a fuck who she hurt, because you fucked me over so many times that I was just like, F it. You done beat my ass so many goddamn times. Like, what? I remember she had me on my knees. It's another story. It's another story, baby. But after that, we ended up going home like early in the morning. And that was the last time I saw my uncle alive. Like before, like, yeah, that was just the last time I saw him alive. And then I didn't speak to him for a good 2 years. A good 2 years. Yeah. I didn't speak to him. Even when he called, I didn't say hi. I didn't say nothing to him. Like, I didn't want nothing to do with him. Because you sat there and allowed my mother to do that. You sat there and watched. And on top of that, little watched her do that. And nobody stopped her, prevent her from doing it. Didn't say nothing, didn't say she was wrong, didn't say none of that. They just sat there and just stood back there and just watched. Yeah. He is deceased now, so make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next. I have more story times to tell y'all, and that'll be it for this video. Peace.